They think by the end of this race, they'll have a pretty good spot in this group.
Trouble on the racetrack. The 40 of Dario Franchitti has had contact debris off of one car.
Are you all clear? You okay?
Looked like we saw a tire explode right in the middle of this pack and maybe cause this big wreck. I don't know if that comes from just incidental contact, but you definitely saw some tire debris flying.
Yeah, first caution.
Didn't get much clearance, so you said you thought you saw a tire explode there, and that could very well be from a tire rub.
We're watching this from high above, trying to figure out exactly what happened. And you can see Dario Franchitti looks like he loses a tire getting into the corner and triggers this wreck.
Now watch his car come around right down in front of traffic. Some cars really had nowhere to go. There's the 91 coming along. That is Larry Gunzelman. Hard impact in the left side, again looking down the backstretch.
Yeah, right there you can see that tire completely exploding. And I would imagine that happened from some kind of a contact, maybe into the left rear, knocked the valve stem out, or maybe cut the sidewall of the tire. Oh man, that's a hard lick right there.
Yeah, and they're sailing down the backstretch at over 185 miles an hour. Dario Franchitti comes down, and DJ, how tough is it to control a car like the 91 car at these speeds when you got like the left side tires on the grass?
Yeah, you've got a lot of smoke, and you're just, you're going, your spotter tells you to go low because the other car is up on top of the
back up there. Meanwhile, they scatter now, again 3 wide. Folks, welcome to Talladega NASCAR style. Whoops, a little bit of contact in the back and another car in the wall. That is Scott Wimmer in the 29 car. He has got some contact.
Out, caution's out.
Here, he's in the third car of 4 wide, and actually, as you said, Andy, they get 5 wide right here.
Inside of the 66, right over in front.
That's a tire.
41, yeah, tire had an issue with Wimmer.
There was no contact whatsoever. We just assumed they got 5 wide and got together, but that was actually a tire that let go. Looks like the right front.
And there again, it could be a situation that did he get into someone earlier with that right front and rub, because these things are happening way too early for it to be a tire issue. This is something.
Put him behind the wall. We have had 6 different leaders, 10 lead changes. Tony Stewart has led 3 times for 22 laps, and here's the 24 car spinning. That will bring out a yellow flag. Eric McClure. In the fast food business up in Tennessee, we'll show you again what happened to Eric.
It looks like he may have had a tire go down and probably got it slowed down a good bit before he had this spin. That's why we didn't see any damage.
Eric, the son of Jerry McClure.
That's Mike Wallace in the 7 car, Stephen Wallace in the 66, and David Stremme in another car owned by Rush. Oh, we got a spin. It's a tap from Wallace.
Right behind you.
Oh, the big one in turn 1, heavy contact, cars in the wall. Stephen Wallace heavily damaged. There comes Kyle Krisiloff down. David Rudiman involved. Oh, heavy damage on Stephen Wallace's Chevy. He was having such a great run. And Kyle Busch has damage on the right front of his Toyota.
Kyle Busch continues to have problems finishing this race. He tried a different strategy, but
Wallace looked like he was going below David Rudiman right here, but they ran up on a slower car. Wow.
Right. Man.
That's Kevin LePage's 61 that Carl Edwards went up across the back of. And then it all broke loose behind him. Cars slipping and sliding. Kelly Byers involved. Brad Keselowski, watch again.
Oh, you see what happened here. This 61 was not up to speed, and it's almost like these guys moved over and didn't see him.
Had no idea that he was coming out. They did. I'm sure that the spotters up there saw him on the apron. They weren't expecting him to come and join back right in front of the leaders. That's just a very unfortunate situation and a mistake on
the big one at Talladega.
On board leave room for 2 there. Stay high, go high, go high. Go high. Yep.
Now David Rudiman's onboard camera will show you what David saw. There's Mike Wallace.
Hold up there, hold up there, hold up there, hold up there. Lap car just wrecked the whole field, Jerry.
Kyle Busch thought he could hang back and avoid trouble, but it was not to be. He was involved as well.
These guys at this point are going through the tri-oval and just racing as they normally would.
If you see that 88,
not
59 to 1
anything.
back. Slow one down low, slow one down low. Watch this, watch this.
huge mistake on Kevin LePage's part to pull up front of this group.
Good.
'33 car, Cale Gale driving for Kevin Delana Harvey.
High. Back it down, 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 back it down. Come on down, come on down.
Kid from Mobile, Alabama, coming home to drive on his home racetrack in a Nationwide car for the first time. He was involved. Again, the 61 car. Now, what's Carl Edwards? Looking up across a racetrack from turn one, there comes Reed Sorensen just sliding right over the camera. Right into your living room as these cars come by at 180 miles an hour. DJ, in terms of... Welcome back to the Aaron's 312 at Talladega. And yes, once again, we are under a yellow flag. 6 caution flag today. We've been under caution 6 times for 19 laps, and the latest one in 3 drivers. Now watch the 81 car of Canadian DJ Kennington entering turn 1.
It looks like he's got a soft right rear tire and doesn't really affect the car when it's going straight. But as soon as he turned in the corner, you can see it just spun around on him. And there goes his opportunity for a good finish.
27 Brad Coleman spins and does avoid much contact. Did a great job, DJ. In the 05, of course, Brett Rowe had nowhere to go.
Yeah, just you could see from the other angle that the right rear tire was down, and as he went to turn in the corner, the car just swapped ends with him, and then the 05 had nowhere to go. And just one of those, even though we don't have a lot of cars out there, things still happen on his bumper to get that push.
He should have enough momentum to get beside the 20 car by the time they get to the backstretch.
He's backed off to get some help in the draft, but they're now scattering 2 wide behind him. Here he comes out of turn 2. Did he get enough momentum? Can he get enough momentum?
Here they come.
Here he comes on the outside. Listen to this crowd as Dale Earnhardt Jr. runs door to door with Tony Stewart. Can he stay there?
Well, they both got help now, so that didn't work in Junior's favor.
Check out Leffler on the outside.
You're still clear.
They were 3 wide. Now they're 4 wide. Back for 8th position. Start-finish line is all the way down in turn 1. Will they have a shot? Tony Stewart trying to hold on. David Stremme trying to stay in second spot. Here they come.
Boys, we want to Talladega.